In this video, I'm going to tell you 7 sneaky reasons exactly why women friend zone men. Have you ever fallen into this dreaded friend zone, maybe more times than you care to admit? Do you keep getting characterized as a nice guy and wind up never getting actually the girl or getting into a more serious relationship with a woman and can't take it to the next level? Well, if this keeps happening, then we need to talk. Hello, gentlemen. My name is Apollonia Ponti. I'm a dating, relationship, and life coach for men. I help you men not only with your attraction skills, but really create great relationships and get you high value women and actually get your results in any type of relationship. And I'm here to teach you how to tap into your highest potential in dating game and maximize your attraction power and understand how to navigate in love and relationship with high value women. So if this is your first time visiting, I welcome you. Click that subscribe button right now if this is your first time visiting so you're up to date on the weekly content that I produce on this channel. And for all my loyal subscribers, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. All of you are so appreciated, and I would encourage you to comment below as I love interacting with you on these videos. All right, men. I see men falling into the friend zone a lot, and the thing is, you shouldn't be offended that this happens to you because at the end of the day, it means that you're probably a really good guy. But we just need to tweak a little bit. You just need to learn how to make women see you through a different lens and understand that not only are you a good guy, you're also a really attractive, exciting, and high value romantic partner. And all of this happens by understanding why men get friend zoned so that you can understand what kind of behavior you need to change and what you need to avoid. All right, first things first. Reason number 1. Why men get jailed in the friend zone is because they aren't embracing their masculine. Now, if you're familiar with my videos and my philosophy, then you know that I love to talk about something called polarity. Basically, both men and women both have masculine and feminine energies. It has nothing to do with gender, okay? It's about the energy that you're tapping into. For example, the feminine energy is that nurturing, communicative, affectionate energy. This is what you tap into when you are talking about your feelings for someone or being there for someone when they need. Masculine energy, on the other hand, is that go-getter, confident, assertive leadership quality that you tap into when you're being decisive, when you're in the touch with your needs and your standards. And when you tap into the push and pull, that is more important in seduction. So I like to say that as a man, you should be at least 70% in the masculine of the time. And because yes, you do need to tap into both to show balance and allow a woman to feel fully complete with you. But when you're leaning too far in your feminine, you start to act like a friend, and it becomes difficult for the woman to see you through the lens of a physical attraction. She needs to see you in your masculine so that you can feel comfortable with falling into your feminine. Now, I know you might be thinking, but don't women want a man that they can talk to, feel heard and understood by, Apollonia? Don't they want a man that can be sensitive and in touch with their emotions? And the answer is absolutely yes, but it needs to be paired with something else too. And it's called your masculine energy. And if you want to appeal to her more than just a friend, this goes hand in hand with reason number 2, that men get friend zone, which is when they are not comfortable with seduction. The push and pull and showing intent here is where this all plays in here. Women want to crave your presence and they want to know that you're attracted to them. They want to feel a sense of mystery. They want to feel a sense of playfulness. They want to feel a sense of seduction from you. Because when a man shows intent, you also give a woman a choice to show up in that way. And nothing separates you from her other guy friends, from her best friend, her uncle, if you don't show intent. A man that shows intent shows a reason why he's there because he's intentful moving forward with the reasons of why he's on a date with her and calls a date a date and so much more. I have videos all about intent and I can put those in the cards for you to watch next, of course. So, women want to feel playfulness that happens when you recognize that they're in a flirtatious vibe between you and another person. So you want to be able to flirt. If you're super shy or almost apologetic, she's not going to feel that, right? There should be no reason why you should be apologetic for flirting. That just means that you're not comfortable in seduction. Make sure that you're able to take the lead, make plans, and engage in banter with her. Which, by the way, if creating this dynamic is hard for you, I do want you to do something right now. I want you to sign up for a free dating evaluation to my latest group coaching program where we actually teach you how to flirt on mock dates with my coaches and real women out there. So you are tested and the trial and error is done with us. And we actually will help you and give you feedback on the spot and make sure you continue to show up until you ace the flirting and you're ready to prevail on your dates, because it's pretty much about becoming a master seductor and attractor with women that you want. So if this sounds good to you, then this is for you. Click the link below and book a free dating evaluation. Moving on. Talking about sexual seduction, I mean, quite honestly, without sexual attention, of course, you're going to be friend zoned. Think about it. That's what separates friendships from romantic connections after all, right? Women need to feel an excitement, a growing sexual tension between you, if they're going to view you as more than a friend. So don't lose sight of this, gentlemen. I often see men doing a good job at this at first, and then once they start to develop feelings for the woman, they start to overthink everything because they feel unsafe, because they don't feel emotionally balanced and have that strong sense of self-worth within them, really. They start to feel like their stakes are high and their entire approaches change with a woman. Instead of being calm, cool, and collective and almost detached from any specific outcome, they start to become clingy and super present, like too present. And then the woman loses track of that exciting feeling of hoping that she'll have some of his attention that day, that feeling of craving your presence and working for your presence a little bit as well. That feeling of mystery, simply because she's no longer has the opportunity to miss him or fantasize about him. Remember, as humans in life, everything we have to work for. The more we work for something, the more we appreciate it. Doesn't mean you're playing hard to get and avoiding her. That's not what I mean. But you have to make sure that you have that healthy push and pull dynamic that I talk so much about on this channel. So my advice to you is to always keep your eye on flirtation and seduction, because this is what's going to set you apart from a man that's her friend and a man that's actually showing intent and going after her in the healthiest way possible. Most long-term relationships never lose track of it, to be honest. Me and my husband still flirt to this day. It's hilarious, actually. So, of course, it will naturally diminish over time as your relationship is established, but it should never disappear in general. Now, reason number 3. A guy gets friend zone is when he is not structured in his intent. Okay, so you heard me talk a little bit about intent in number 2, but I want to really talk about structure in his intent. What does this mean? Well, I see this happening with many guys that maybe start off well in their seduction, but then they drop the ball when it comes to making a move. For example, maybe they take too long to actually ask her out. Maybe they take her too long to actually kiss her, or they don't take the initiative, I should say, to kiss her. And yes, of course, you always need to read the room, of course, and determine whether the woman is going to reciprocate to your advances. But a lot of guys are too timid and hesitant, and they wind up missing opportunities. I mean, think about it. If you never make a move, it becomes way too easy for her to just think you're not interested, right? Or be unattracted to you. Plus, it is attractive to a woman when they can see that a man put himself out there. Again, this is masculine energy. Women want to see that you're a go-getter, and that's, my friend, is courageous. So, reason number 4 is very surprising. One to many men. It's all about making the mistake of focusing on rational attraction instead of emotional attraction. I go into great detail about this in my Algorithm of Attraction program, group coaching program, but to give you a quick summary here, I see a lot of guys focusing on the wrong thing when it comes to attracting women. And maybe they're fallen into this trap yourself, and maybe you have. Okay, guys will think like this. Oh, women love muscles, or guys that play the guitar, so I'm going to cultivate all these things in my life to attract women. Or they meet someone with whom they have a bunch of things in common, like maybe they grew up in the same town, or they both share a specific hobby. And they think we have so much in common, and of course this relationship is going to take off, and she's so attracted to me probably. And oh, we have so much chemistry and compatibility, and we have a connection. And you might be hearing me saying this, and you're thinking, okay, are those not good things? But here's the thing, guys. When you focus on things like this, you're focusing on what makes you look like an attractive partner on paper. You're not focusing on how you're making her feel, how you're sparking her interests, what values you have in common, what life goals you have in common, how you're developing that sexual tension between you two. You're basically focusing on rational elements of attraction, but attraction is anything but rational. It's emotional, and it is a feeling that comes from deep within. And if you want to make it grow, you have to appeal to a woman in a very different way. Yes, of course, the things I just mentioned are great, but they're not what makes a relationship last or a woman to stay attracted to you, or they're not enough to make a woman just really fall for you long term too. You have to combine them with flirtation, push and pull, a sense of emotional playfulness, emotional mystery, emotional connection. You want her to really crave the way you make her feel. Not the fact that you both have gone to the same school and teachers in your hometown. No. In other words, it's great to have things in common to talk about, or hobbies and things like that you can share, but it's not what gets the relationship to the next level. It's going to get you far if you neglect emotional attraction. That's what will happen, okay? Reason number 5. And this is another common one. Next reason men get friend zone is when they're overly submissive. I see this happening a lot with men who really, really like a woman and want to do anything, I should say, to make her happy. This is especially common amongst people pleasers that fall into the friend zone. Sometimes men will mistake love and attraction for submission, and then 2 things happen. They just do everything the woman wants, and they show no boundaries, and they lose their sense of self. Both of these things are unattractive to a woman, especially a high-value woman, because you think your value is in saving a woman. There's a fine line between being a good partner, a saver, and a pushover. In these cases, not only are you likely to be friend zone, she's likely to lose interest in you and lose interest in you fast, and you're likely to lose interest in yourself too. Women gravitate towards strong individuals who have a strong, healthy sense of self. Great women. Being overly submissive and lacking boundaries can also lead to toxic situations and toxic women. And this isn't good for anyone, right? All right, next up, which is when a man lacks composure. This happens a lot with guys that act like frat boys and make it hard for women to take them seriously. I've had a lot of these clients. Sure, they have a lot of fun. They get women. They can sleep with women. It's easy to have a good time with them. But their lack of maturity and composure and seriousness makes it hard for a woman to envision a mature relationship with them and take it to the next level, or just ends up just sleeping with them and doesn't take them seriously. So then they get dumped into the friend zone where it's all just fun and games type of friend zone. Maybe they sleep together, maybe they don't. And last but not least, we have reason number 7, which is when a man just has no idea what attraction is. Probably the most common one. I'm going to be honest with you. He doesn't dare make a move. He doesn't know how to, and when I say these things, when I go into these things, guys, I just want you to remember, it's not that you're doing all of these, it's that one of them is you, okay? He doesn't dare make a move. He doesn't know how and when to turn up the heat. He doesn't realize that he needs to have emotional attraction, or even how to have emotional attraction with himself so he can do it with a woman. And he's so uncomfortable with it at all times, and he winds up making these really awkward mistakes. He might be perfectly a nice guy though, so then the woman files him away under the friend zone, or just says, I just don't feel a connection after 6 months of dating. So if you notice that you're doing any of these things, it's time to make some changes, guys. Because it really all boils down to having a great sense of awareness, being comfortable with banter and flirtation, showing intent, understanding your masculine and feminine presence, and having a solid and confident sense of self and self-worth, and also having discipline in your life. And if you want to have all of these, I would encourage you, and if you want my assistance, you work with me with over 3 months, direct access to me, DMs on your phones, everything. I mean, the value is there. I want you to book a free dating evaluation call to see if you're a great fit, to literally change your life around. It's really easy, guys, to get swept away by the feelings you have for a woman and then lose track of your masculine. But your masculine is especially what is going to keep you out of the friend zone once and for all. So, as always, I have a next video right over here for you to watch, and I think it goes hand in hand with this video. Are you a man that's too much in his feminine? I'm going to be talking about that in the next video, and you can watch that right over here on the Watch Next playlist. As always, I'll see you again in the next video. Remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.